Hey there, it's gone, girl. I feel like I wish summer was winding down a little faster. Our temperatures have been so hot this year. I'm sure a lot of you are suffering from the same thing, too much heat. I find it like I have I shouldn't whine. I have two air conditioners in my house, so my insides are just fine. But when I have to go to appointments like today, blood work again, which I do every month. Um, I find it really hot out today. And plus, we have the smoke from the fire. So my eyes were irritated. My lungs were irritated. And of course, the swelling in my throat is still driving me nuts. It's a year out. And believe it or not, I'm still suffering so much side effects of this surgery that I'm telling you, I would have never had it. If I knew what I know now, I would never have agreed to my surgery. My mom said, "Oh, yes, she would because you couldn't get rid of the cancer." Well, the cancer was not hurting me. The cancer was not really bothering me at that point. I mean, it was found accidentally. And my mom goes, "Well, I would have taken the treatment, but I would not have had the surgery." The treatment didn't bother me as much as the surgery. It's a year later and it's still choking me. The incision, you can't even see the incision because it's gone so close into my neck that it's strangling me. It's like I want to take a knife and go in there and loosen it myself. Like open the two ends and let it give me a few more inches of space. But I know I shouldn't complain because I'm still here. I had a taxi driver that told Terry and I when we went to an appointment, I think it was last month, a taxi driver says to us, "Well, we're on this side of the grave today, so it's a good day." And I thought that was so cute. He was about 80 or so years of age, and I thought it was so funny. And he made me laugh. We meet the most random people because we take a lot of taxis to appointments. So we meet the most random taxi drivers. And you know what? They've all been so nice, especially we have to take my fold up wheelchair because I can't take my electric chair in a taxi. Well, you can, but it's hard to book the taxi for the electric chair. You end up having your appointment and then waiting 2 hours later for them to book to come pick you up. So we just take the fold up wheelchair and that. So they're so nice. They always help Terry put it in the back, even though Terry goes, "I can do it. I've been doing this for a year now." Terry's my housekeeper. And she's a dear friend too. She's not just a housekeeper. Her and I have been friends for 40 years. She just became my housekeeper last year when we removed the attic from my house. Then I needed someone to help me. Like, I mean, how he wasn't helping me, but I didn't want to live that way anymore. It's bad enough I have agoraphobia, which, by the way, is getting a little bit better considering I'm not in my room right now. I'm in my living room. That was never a thing until about this little sooner than this, about May last year, a year ago. Um, all of a sudden, I started to get a little better once I lived here by myself. Go figure. That was the cure. Live by yourself, Mary. Don't live with anybody. And you won't have to live in your bedroom. But no, I'm very grateful for that. But I do a lot of schooling during the year. It stopped for right now until September. We had our last classes, I think last week, I believe. Yeah, last week, my two separate days, we had the last classes, but we're signing back up for our courses again next week, and then they start, I think, early September. And this time I'm going to probably go for 4 days instead of three, depending on, of course, what courses I can take. Actually, to be honest, I pick a lot of them by who the facilitator is. I'm not sure if that's the way people pick classes these days, but that's how I picked them. I want to make sure that I really like the facilitators or I know how they teach. I know their style. So, yeah, that's how I picked them. It's probably not the way to actually do it to learn stuff, but I also picked the topic, the stuff I want to learn too. But there are some courses that I have avoided because I didn't like who. There's only one lady that I will not take a course from. I've been in her class a couple times. Her and I don't see eye to eye. I made my mistake because she asked the class, not just me, the class, she said, a lot of people misunderstand me. They look at me and they think something different than who I am. And of course, me, Miss honest me, I said, yeah, I know. When I first met you, I thought you were a diva. Well, since that conversation, she doesn't like me, but I was honest. And I could have said resting bitch face, which is really what I was gonna say, but I thought I'm gonna just tell her I thought she was a diva, which I really did. So I was being honest. Don't be honest sometimes. Sometimes be honest, try to be honest, but sometimes silence instead of honesty is that's a better way to go. Because ever since that, oh my goodness. So if her name is a facilitator, it's like, nope, skip. I'll do something else. You know. And the funny thing is I love my other classes. I hated the ones that she ran. And it's not that she ran them badly. She just had a chip on her shoulder. And I don't think she realizes it. And, you know, I gotta get, she's also my age now, I believe. It's hard to tell 'cause she's really beautiful. That's just it. She really is a beautiful woman. Um, so my words shouldn't have had anything to do with it because my God, she's my age, but you would never know it. She looks like she could get away with 45 and I'm 61, I think. I think I just turned 61. So, yep, I'm older than dirt. Older than dirt. Now, let's see. The YouTube streets. Same old, same old. People calling each other names. You're fat, you're ugly, you're this, you're that. Because, now, don't get me wrong. People are hurting each other. Not the name calling. And they're doing really nasty, nasty stuff to each other. And that's why the name calling has started. But I I think calling people fat, ugly, this and that, I think you lose your argument a little bit with that. You know, it's better to say, point out the exact things that you find wrong with them. Like, because when you're in an argument, name calling, you lose or you don't get anywhere. It's better to criticize the behavior and not say you're fat, you're ugly, I would just point out what their faults are besides that. You know what I mean? And again, maybe it's because I'm fat. So I don't need people to tell me that because I already know. I have a mirror, which I try to not look at. And as for my diabetes, well, it's up and down like a toilet seat. Um, I'm getting better at it. I didn't think I would, but I was very fortunate. A guy came alongside me who had diabetes or has diabetes, and I met him in a class I was taking, and he said, give me your email address and I'll help you. I'll come alongside you. So I did, and then by the time we emailed back and forth for a couple times, and then I phoned him. See, his wife had my thyroidectomy for a different reason. She didn't have cancer, but it wasn't working right, but they took it out. Um, so he understood that part of it. And then having diabetes on top of it. Um, so he gave me a lot of ideas, and my problem is I'm not eating enough protein sometimes, and I'm eating so few carbs that I'm getting what they call keto flu. It's like this flu sensation because my blood sugar will be perfect. You know, when I take it, because I take it 3 times or more a day, when I take it, it'll be perfect. But yet I'm so dizzy and so woozy. And and he said when I told him everything I ate, I was dead honest. I told him absolutely everything I ate. And for one, it's easy to remember because I eat the same darn thing every single day because I'm scared to eat anything else. And in fact, I'm getting to the point where I don't want to eat at all. But guess what? I tried that. It screwed up my blood sugar just as bad as if I ate something to screw it up. But I'm learning. It's a hard flow. But like I mean, I'm so easy to give up food, so I I didn't mind the change in the food that I can eat because it's food I like. I love salads. I love celery and hummus, and I love all the stuff that are easy carbs and stuff or easy no low carb stuff. So I I just I don't know. I don't know how it's going, but I'm still alive. Like that taxi driver said, I'm on this side of the grave. I'm doing well. But anyways, I thought I'd just check in and ramble like I do. But anyways, I hope the sun shines no matter where you are because it comes from the inside out. Be good to each other. Be kind to each other. Hug your kids. This is Gone Girl. She's gone.